Welcome back, everyone, to the Intel Extreme Masters in San Jose, and we are going to move now into map number 3. It's Mirage here between G2 and Team Solo Mid. We've got the formalities of the respective Team Stronger maps out of the way. A 16-5 win in the first map on Cash for G2, 16-7 win on Overpass for TSM, and now we move into Mirage. This is the one that we all wanted to see. Question to you is now, which way does it go?
Well, this is the thing. We saw G2 have a very strong showing on this map. It's one of the most famous matches from the last major against Mouse Sports, is where Michael Came to life. He had, what, 6 clutches or something in this game.
Yeah.
It means it's a very strong map for them. The addition of AZ as well, that's the question. How does he slot into this lineup on this map? We haven't really seen them play it yet with this complexion, so let's see what they can do going forward here. TSM, no stranger to this map as well, can be very strong indeed. This is the one where Carrigan really comes to life. You'll see him wielding the AWP this time. That's what's so great about TSM. They have such talent across the board. They can kind of choose their positions and the guns they choose based on the map and who feels strongest in these sort of positions. So going into the knife round here, once again, pretty important. CT side definitely favoured, but in this sort of thing, it's a kind of formality at this stage. Just see where they go with it. It's going to be first 2 kills coming in. Dupree opens it up. There we go. Looks like they will be taking the knife round here. Just Michael remaining. So TSM, I think they've lost all the knife rounds so far. So this time they get to go on that CT side. They will be swapping over. It'll be interesting to see how G2 approaches T side here. Obviously, once again, you have the option to go for executions. Onto the A bomb site, you can smoke off jungle, smoke off CT spawn and bundle into site, or you can just do the straight up mid take, or if you're feeling a little bit saucy, Joe, you can go for the B rush.
I like a good bit of a B rush.
Yeah, who doesn't?
We all like the extra bit of sauciness. We of course saw yesterday the win versus CLG, actually for G2 here on Mirage. And pretty insane, actually, defense on B from Jacob when he started off with basically 3 quick headshots on the B rush. That's right. That we saw from CLG on that pistol round. So we know that G2 will be ready for a little bit of a move like that when it comes to their defensive side. But the question is, what will they do here? Obviously, losing the knife means that they kick things off on this terrorist side. Looks like the teams want just a little bit of extra time to warm up, or more probably importantly, chat about how they're going to approach this all-important first pistol.
Yeah, all roads lead here. Whoever loses this map is going out of the tournament. The winners will advance to the grand finals here. So definitely take as much time as you need, I would say. Just work out your battle plan here at the pistol. Always very important. CTs obviously have the option to push up middle, for example. They could push into A pit, trying to get the intel. We see it on a lot of maps these days. Just trying to take the number advantage and go and find some information to start around. If you don't find anyone, that's fine. It just means you get in. It's indicative of where the teams may be going. So here we go then, guys. It's going to be the 3rd map of this semi-final. TSM starting on the CT side, G2 on the T side. Let's have a look at the buy coming in for the terrorists here. They've got 3 sets of armor so far. Make it 4. Maybe Rain going to be the utility player here. There he is. He's going to have the smoke and 2 flashbangs here. With just 1 smoke grenade, that suggests to me they will be hitting towards the A-bomb side, I guess. Maybe just smoking off CT spawn and flashing in. Let's see what they do with this.
Let's figure things out. We start off here on board with Carrigan, who's going to take a peek up mid, try and get some early information. Saw that being done a lot here yesterday, but it's quite a, well, forcing themselves straight in towards this A-bomb site now. There goes the smoke down. Cajun here on top of the balcony. He's actually going to join in there for some damage, and TSM are absolutely wrecking G2 here. Only Michael left standing 1 versus 4. He already turned that from 1v5, and TSM just going to swarm on in there to take the pistol.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, to be honest. Like, they use the smoke at the start around. At least take out one of those key choke points. They go into the bomb site. They've got to check up everything. They've got apartments to deal with, got CT spawn, jungle. There's just nothing. They're getting rinsed from all the different areas there. They had the smoke grenade. Would have chucked it when they actually got into the bomb site. It was just too late at that stage. So very simple round there for TSM. Nice, clean one for them. The force spike coming from G2. It's going to be Rain, the lurk player towards A. Maybe able to find a kill on occasion, but just some decent damage there. But he's going to fall back now, and you can see the rest of the guys just filling out the map. Bomb down towards top and middle as they advance up the short as well.
Yeah, you said the B rush, the saucy option there in the pistol round, I don't know, pushing blindly towards A, required no sauce whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that was really not much of anything for them, but a good start for TSM. Jacob going to get boosted up to window and instantly gets his face covered in bullets from Carrigan's M4. He spots another one up towards the top of ladder and actually tapping Carrigan down fairly low. There's the P90 coming in from Dupree. He gets 2 before going down. And crucially, they've got the bomb here by Zibnix. He spotted one there in middle. Of course, it's Michael. Who else would be left here as the last man standing for G2? And in the end, it's a simple win again for TSM, losing just the 1 man.
Yeah, very nice play there from TSM. They've overcome the force spike from G2. They know they're in a very advantageous position going forward at this round. G2 can't really justify much more than some P250s. You know what? They're not even going to do that. It's going to be full Glocks going into this third round. Having a look at their cash as well. Fox has got a little bit more cash than the other guys, so potentially could get the AWP. Let's see where we go with it. The Carrigan, nice little spray towards the top of mid, decimating the T's. They're taking down 2 and doing damage to 2 more as well. This round's pretty much tied up, just going to be Makaleli remaining. And it's just a formality at this point as we go into the first gun round there. But let's have a look at the cash going into this round. Will they be able to get that AWP we spoke about? They actually won't be able to, so it'll be full rifles going forward. The Carrigan, as referenced before, he gets that AWP. This is where he comes into his own. I expect him to push offshore into connector, and it's causing chaos with these first picks.
He's got 8 frags as well already after just 3 rounds here, so Carrigan certainly filling his boots early on this CT side here of Mirage. You see a few shots coming in here up towards window. AZ just hoping for that lucky dink onto the man that would have been peeking him from that area, but it's a slower start this time around for G2. Knowing that every round on this T side is going to be big news for them. Sat already 3-0 down, so definitely no risky moves in the early stage of this one. Carrigan actually defending from that B balcony at this stage, with Dupree going to be watching towards window, so slightly different setup here from him, and I think that's the key thing about Carrigan's position, to stay unpredictable, as we are going to see P90 being taken down there by Makaleli, and that's going to allow them to start moving in from connector. Device's aim uncharacteristically off on that one, but KSMB might make up for it. Jacob will take him. It's 4 versus 2 here, and G2 are in on that A-bomb site. The remaining 2 TSM players are over by B, and they may just opt here to save those weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. So pretty classic round there from G2, gaining that mid control, smoking off connector, getting off to window, pushing the CTs back from any sort of information. And you push through that smoking connector. It's a very strong position, considering as well TSM keeping their lesser weapons, the P90 and the FAMAS, that are kind of taking the risk to try and build up their economy, get taken down. And this is the right call from TSM now. Keep Carrigan on AWP for next round. Even if they can't justify forcing up with that, the rest of the guys, that all can do so much damage if it's placed in the right position there. So G2, very successful gun round to kick things off, only losing Makaleli as well. He got 2 frags for his trouble, so he's going to be happy with that one. Nice entry kills from him, but it looks like Jacob has an idea where the remaining CTs are. That's a huge scalp to take, considering that is the AWP player, as mentioned before. And Dupree does manage to salvage it, though, just about picked up the AWP. So they do have cash to buy into this one. It's going to be Carrigan on low HPs, low money, sorry. And we go into this 5th round, so they will be buying into it. AWP purchase, and it's going to be put onto Carrigan. He's going back towards window this time.
So AWP through. Carrigan gets another chance, and this time it's going to be middle. Oh, crosshair was in the right place, but the shot came, let's say, tad too late there from Carrigan. Would have been a sure kill for him. Meanwhile, Makaleli is going to be close up to the man on short. Dupree actually has just backed away there as we switch positions, and Carrigan here looking down towards the underpass. Fox is just hopping around on the left-hand side of him, but no one's spotting each other there. So they remain uninjured. Carrigan again moving position, but Jacob had already been boosted up there, and they're going to lose out on that one. He will then double up, so TSM falling fairly quickly on in this round. KSMB has heard footsteps there around A as well. G2, where are they going to go from here? Bomb is actually moving back towards T-spawn, so possibly will either loop around to A, which seems to be the plan. KSMB goes sneaking through there, and Rain was completely looking the opposite direction. Didn't expect a man to be pushing him from there. But the bomb is most certainly headed towards this A site.
Yeah, there's a good reaction there from KSMB. They lost the men towards middle. He had to push into A pit, finds that kill, but teammates going down across the map. It's going to open up the A bomb site. Just Cajun to hold them off here. Needs to find this first frag. Gets taken down by Jacob. Just going to leave Device now in an unwinnable situation. He's towards the B bomb site. Finds Makaleli, but they're going to be aware of his position now. And the bomb goes down towards A. And at this point, they can probably justify hunting him. You can see one player, Jacob, he's actually on his 3rd kill already. He wants his 4th. He could smell Device around this corner as he makes his way into kitchen now.
Is he going to go forward? Jacob is going to meet up with Device, and the duck, well, perfectly timed there, coming crouched around the corner. Device's aim, of course, was waiting for the head walking around the corner, so he managed to take him down, stopping that gun going through. And a decent little kickoff here on the T side. G2 now with 2 rounds on the board.
Really nice run there from G2. They boost up Jacob into the window, going through the smoke. They know Carrigan likes to play in that area. It just bought their time there. And it looks like a straight up rush coming to the A-bomb side. They know the economy for the CTs has been dented pretty heavily, so they're going all in there. But Cajun B opens it up. Fantastic headshot. And Michael Eddie and AZ chiming in themselves.
Let's see if they can turn this one around. 1 Deagle. 2 USPs to work with now. Dupree has picked off Rain, and there's the sneak on through. Can he find the shots here? He can't. Did damage to 2 people, but it wasn't a lot. There's a big connection from Dupree, but with him now going down, and only the USP for Zipnix, he will fall as well. We're tied up here at 3-3.
Yeah, G2 looking pretty strong right now, bouncing back after losing that pistol. They actually get 3 rounds in a row, so this is a big one. You can see TSM's money not in the greatest position. They won't have that all, but to be fair, I don't think it's had too much impact actually since it's been buying. You can see he's still on 8 frags from those original 3, so that's not going to work out for him. Maybe a change of stance for them to see what they can do here. Not going to be showing too much aggression though. 2-1-2 setup, pretty standard so far as G2 slow things down. Going to be going for that mid control once again. There'll be one player in the form of Dupree waiting for them towards ladder rim, but should be 3 pickings here for G2 as they gain mid control once again.
Something that I think TSM have fairly willingly given up, and we already saw the quick boost from Jay come up, has caught them off guard there as well. This time Dupree is inside of that window, and he may be able to take out Fox. Saw the barrel first, knew it was coming, and even manages to get away before that smoke clears. Michael Lely was waiting for him as Rain and Cajun B will meet up there for a brief second. No shots landed from either side though, so we're back into a new shot really. Pulling this one off for G2 with 4 men left on either side. Yeah,
this is the A split coming in. You see AZ lying in wait and connect. Occasion B once again has to react to this. He's towards A pit, needs to find these 2 kills if he's going to do anything with it. They know he's there. What can he do with it? Finds the double kill as well. Gets the bomb down. Fantastic stuff from him. 3-on-2 now. AZ replies, neutralizing it to the 2-on-2 situation.
And time ticking away from them here. 33 seconds remaining. Bomb, is it going to get planted? Device holding the angle for the man to push him, and it works out perfectly as he finds the head of Michael Ailey. There is AZ pushing around as well. He knew that the time was working against him, that he'd need at least 1 frag there before moving towards a bomb plant. And it's TSM that claw it back here. So these rounds switching hands. TSM now having the 4-3 lead. Yeah, there's back and forth frags here. Not much separating these 2 teams. Cajun B with a real nice read there. Knew he had to react and get his team back into it. But this round is kicking off straight away. Another straight up A rush coming in from G2. And it's worked out half the time for them, but Device this time will get 2 before they even get onto the site. AZ and Rain, though, do combine. And it's now back to a 3-on-3. Another big duel there, which Rain again will win out on. Zipnix spots one on balcony. He's going to spray on through. Last couple of bullets connected nicely for him. And again, even numbers on both sides. A lot more time to play with this round for G2 to get this bomb in position as the smokes start to get laid down. But Dupree on the stairs will spot one man. Didn't know exactly where Zipnix, where Rain was there. He won't need to because Rain will peek out for him. A bit of a failed nade there from Dupree. He was trying to ping it off the wall into the side. And it means that AZ, bomb in hand, is now left to clutch this one. Has got health advantage on both men, but TSM playing this one by the book. Backing off, AZ is going to take down Dupree though. He's got 37 seconds to get this bomb planted. He thinks that Zipnix is going to be coming from that CT spawn, but he's got a decision to make here. Do you plant standard behind the box? Do you go from the front, hoping that he doesn't push you from connector? It is going to be front plant for him. Is Zipnix going to come around and try and stop him in the plant scenario? He will do, and clips him through the box. It's going to be Zipnix to win the round here. Diffuse comes in. It's 5-3 TSM. Really nice play. They looked like AZ had that round tied up, reading it very well. Gets the first kill towards connector there. And Zipex didn't actually have any frags before that round come in, but that's maybe the most important frags will get this game. Sludge comes in, that great shot from AZ, and then the bomb gives away his position, and the wallbang comes in from Zipex to tidy things up. Big round for them to win. Unorthodox strategies coming in from G2 here. The straight up A rushes normally aren't advised on this map, but when you've got the fragging potential this team has, it's definitely justified as they go into round number 9 now. They are going to be forced by Tech-9s and AK-47s. Have got a decent amount of utility to play with, but Carrigan once again on that AWP and finally makes it work as he takes down Makalady towards the top of middle. Now they can go into a more passive position and make the T's come to them. Yeah, a bit of relief there for Carrigan to hit a shot finally with that AWP to start off the round for them. It's like a bit of prodding up towards that B site there, but Apex will be sat there ready and waiting. Carrigan from the window, and Dupree also will be underneath the windows with a Mag 7 to catch anyone that decides to hop out. Perfect position for that one. See him just lying in wait there.
Yeah, you've got AZ at the top of middle, just calling for rotations. The rest of the guys making their way to the B bomb side. It's going to be Jacob leading the charge here. That's them spotted. They have to commit to this now. Zipex takes them down. T's going to come out via Farmers any second.
Oh, that's a great bit of spray. There's 2 men down. The bomb also dropped here on balcony, so forced hand here for G2. They have to move out onto that balcony area. There is the push. It's through smoke this time, but it's not going to matter to them. And, well, that was just a fantastic defense overall from TSM on B.
Yeah, really nice play there. Opening things up with the AWP pick. Finally working for Carrigan there. And that spot from Dupree gets the attention. They think he's towards Van, but Zipex there. Perfect crossfire, great synergy there. He gets the AK-47 kills and cleans up. So that's going to break the economy finally for G2. TSM getting some momentum put together. 6 rounds, plays 3, and Carrigan once again opens it up. Nice AWP headshot there. Gonna go for the second one as well. Maybe just want to just retreat at this point, but he's not done. Takes down Box as well, make it a triple kill. Nice work from him.
Well, confidence for him, that's for sure. After missing a few shots early on. They did get 1 kill there by the end. Oh, it's Michael, but it is, of course, around predictably with how much money they started with that. Going up to now 7-3, the lead for TSM.
So this is where I expect a more methodical execution coming in from G2. They've tried the rushes, they've tried the mid controls. I expect them to go towards A and actually just do the full-on smokes here. And it looks like, I may be right, Joe, because that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep, setting up those smokes. They go for that execution, which will be slowed down there with that smoke coming in just to cover from A ramp. We do finally get them over the top, but look at this. We are going to see a man up close, 2 men up close, one of which is Cajun B. He gets 1 kill. Mid-air shot there on towards AZ. Device gets himself 2 as well, and just like that, Michael Lely's going to have to clutch another round. It's not today, though, and it will be 8-3. Half-time lead guaranteed now for TSM at 8 rounds. Could be much bigger, though, if it carries on like this.
A little bit too predictable for my liking. It's obviously they're getting shut down across the maps, and then it's kind of the play you fall back onto when all else fails. You go for their full-on executor, but you can see Device is stepping up there. Listen, Cajun B as well chiming in. Great play from them. They really are in the driving seat now. Full loss bonus coming in for G2, so they can justify a buy here, but no grenades on a map like Mirage. It's almost devastating. Mid aggression coming in now, but they find the first pick onto Carrigan.
Well, it actually was some decent grenade damage that came through as well. We've seen Michael finish off, but AZ was also left with just 4 HP after that initial encounter there up mid. We can see again the boost. Jacob will again be pushed in there, and again they're playing fairly passively on that window room, which might allow Jacob a little bit of time to do something. We can see that Dupree will be defending it here as Zipex is gonna peek around. They know Jacob's in there now, that they're gonna have to push him from 2 different sides. Rain gets 1. They've still not finished off Jacob. They're just gonna try and flush him out here with the use of grenades, and it works out for them. He has to hop away.
Well, now then, the T's left with just 1 smoke grenade on JChem. 2 players very wounded indeed. AZ just on 4 HP here. They have got mid still. JChem makes his way to connect, but Cajun B has got his scope set in on that, but not going to be looking at the right angle here. Jacob's already made it past that smoke. Let's see how this one goes down. CT playing very passively. Dupree push up on that B palace though, so he can definitely do some work here. AZ making his way towards the window room as well. This could be a nice pincer onto the bomb side.
Well, time's ticking against them. Zipex got a perfect position to defend this one, and as the bomb drops to the floor with 20 seconds left on the clock, not good news whatsoever here for G2. They do pick it up, but again, they've seen that one happening as Dupree will finish off Fox, and he's got to move now here. He's got to go for the shot, and well, Cajun will get the better of him. Sat in position there up the back. We're going to have a little bit of pause. I think one man drop in there.
Pause. It's actually probably the perfect time for that to happen to G2. They actually need this pause to work out what's going on now. They had a reason, after losing the pistol, they actually strung 3 rounds together. It was looking very strong for them, but since they all came out once again for Carrigan, that's when they've come to life. Device seems to be firing all cylinders as well. Occasion B especially, great reads from him. As soon as they lose a frag, he's reacting and getting frags back and doing some serious work towards that A bomb site. They're playing very well indeed right now. Looks like the AWP's still going to be rolling for Carrigan. 13 frags for him. Occasion B on 14. They're looking very strong, and now G2 looking down the barrel of another eco here. They keep force buying with the AKs and Tech 9 combo here. I'd like them to take a quasi buy here, take it down to about 2k, and come in with the AWP and see what they can do there. Maybe challenge Carrigan towards mid and get that first pick themselves. Actually, here's the quasi buy, so not going to be spending all their cash just yet. Tech 9s, armor, and they have the smokes as well. So expect some sort of execution here, maybe towards the B apartments, throw all the smokes over towards the bench, the windows, flash out, and just try and get a post-plant situation, make it uncomfortable for the CTs.
Well, looks like that's exactly what they're looking to do. Quite deep smoke there in towards apartments, and again, they'll be playing with dupreeh and Zipex here inside of those apps. We are going to see the mollies going down here. 3-4 kills already. Makelele again, last man alive, and this time around, he's only got 30 health to work with. This should be a simple spray down, or a nade to the face will work as well. And there is the double figures hit on the CT side for TSM at 10-3 with a couple of rounds still to be won, really, for TSM, I have to say, at this stage.
Another great read from them. You can see them adapting straight away. They had a feel as to what was going on, pushing one player up into the off angle there and having someone distracting, complete spray down. And now we're going to round number 14. The score is 10-3 in favor of TSM. It looks like they're going to be sending the bomb towards B apartments. Rain once again showing that distraction towards the A bomb site. 2 players towards middle, but they're going to have dupreeh pushing offshore to challenge them.
Is he gonna spot anyone just scouting the fringes of that smoke? And, well, Makelele headshotted there through smoke by dupreeh. And that is the opening that TSM were looking for. And G2 really struggling to get any kind of foothold on the map here. They finally do get 1 kill back. What, 4 versus 4. No real clear opening from that frag for them. But it looks like, well, they smoke there over towards B. They will now drop in there. What will the push follow up? It looks like with how they're stacking here that the B bomb site will be that target for them. But Device is in such a dangerous position at this point. Up close, ready for anyone that shows themselves through that smoke. It's going to clear in just a second, but Device will back away from it. And he's going to sit tucked around the corner until G2 start to work their way through. There are the flashes over the top. Oh, and Device was flashing in the meantime. Here comes the cover from dupreeh, trying to get those men that are coming through balcony. Finds the one in window. Bomb going to be planted, but TSM still have 2 men left alive. They're healthier than G2 in this scenario. But can they pull it off? Cajun getting team flash there, and that will actually cost him his life. Jacob will take Carrigan, and a valuable round here as we approach the end of the first half. It's 10-4 TSM. 4-on-4
situation. It seemed like TSM had full control of that. Time was ticking away. Device had smoked them out, and he's just in that tight position with the flashbang out. Just didn't time it quite right there. He gets checked, taken down, and then dupreeh left in a very horrible situation. Managed to take 1 down with him, but it wasn't quite enough there. G2 with a lifeline here into this one. It's going to be 10 plays forward to go into round number 15. This time going for the more mid-control once again. Makelele's towards Palace here, but Carrigan's waiting for him. There's the frag, takes him down. Nice work with the AWP. That's the adaptiveness we were talking about before. And now then, Device isn't done yet. Normally he'd fall back in this sort of situation, but he wants a frag towards middle. And now then, the 5-on-3 comes in for TSM.
Not the start of the round that G2 would have been hoping for here. It's Cajun pushing dangerously here all the way through Palace, and this gives them so much information and also allows him to maybe get in around, and depending on how this push is going to be set up for them. There is 1 man inside of window. Here's the shots coming in. Meanwhile, Carrigan will get another frag here from the top of the ticket booth. And just Jacob and Rain to hold on and save this round for G2. Up against 4 full health, almost full utility as well. Players remaining on the TSM side. They do finally get rid of Carrigan. He is on short as well, and 1 by 1 somehow. TSM falling here from this. There's another one for Rain, and it's now a 2 versus 1. How quickly the tides can turn in this one. dupreeh's going to meet 1, but he was looking to the left, and the face says it all there in that final round of this first half. 10-5, nail-biting there for TSM. But again, at 10-5, it's all about the pistol in the second half.
Just to touch on that round, though, whatever advantage you think you have, play the round correctly. Don't think, oh, we're doing really well here, lads. Let's all face. Let's just finish this one out. That's such a big round for G2 to win there. 10-5 against 11-4 is a huge difference there, believe it or not. And they all overface. There's 30 seconds remaining. That first 2 picks they didn't have to give away at all. Make the T's come to the bomb site. What are you playing at, facing at? Look at the HP of them as well. They've actually managed to win a 4-on-2 situation in such abysmal scenes there. Disappointing round. That's going to set the tone for the rest of the half, I think. But here we go then. TSM now on the T side. 3 sets of armor for them. 2 utility players. You'd assume this is a full A take. Different to what G2 did. They actually did this a bit more methodically. Smoking off jungle and spawn, I would assume, flashing over and staying as a tight unit as they pin to the side here.
Oh, and it's going to be Rain that's the all-important man, but the flash was perfect for him. They take down man number 2 as well. There is Fox here on the stairs, but there's a lot of smoke really covering him out. Flash will come through, and the bomb is already ticking away. Only 3 men left here for G2. This is an incredibly important round for them. They need to pull this one back to stop that TSM steam train running straight through the station, as we are going to see 1 frag for Jacob, but that's all he can muster for this one. Fox pushing in there. There's damage coming left and right for them. It's Device and Cajun B that are going to finish off, and, well, we can compare the 2 pistols that we've seen in this map, both going for the A site, but TSM showing exactly how you should do that.
Yeah, actually, instead of all coming out of one area and having to check absolutely everything, they smoke off towards jungle, they smoke off the steps. That means they've eradicated that kind of presence from that area. They can focus on spawn, the bomb site and shadow, and then apartments is covered as well. That's where they come out of, and that's how you should do it. But here we go then. The force buy has come in from G2. They are not going to be stacking anywhere just yet. 2 players towards B, which looks like TSM are going towards it. Actually get spotted and go straight into this. Take some nade damage, but Michael Eddy waiting for them.
Well, let's see what they can do. Michael Eddy did manage to clip the head of Device, and they're moving fairly quickly here, but TSM are already swarming the bomb site. It's Rain and AZ. It'll be AZ that pops through first, gets the frag with a 5-7, and almost lines up the next one there onto Zipex. And it's now here all for Rain to do. CZ in hand. He's got to find heads, and he's got to find heads quickly here. And almost 2 or 3 times there where he could have got those lucky bullets off. Didn't work out for them though, and, well, it is TSM that move up to just 4 rounds away from moving through into the grand final.
Yeah, nice strong round for them there. Got a little bit hairy, but managed to secure the bomb site. They're aware of the financial position of G2. Can't really justify anything at all here. Not a single weapon or grenade purchased at all. So just USPs and a full A stack coming in. Good news for them. That's exactly where TSM are going. So maybe we're going to get a couple of kills there.
Let's see. Device, MP7. All make light work of the first man. This should be a bit of a steamroll around, to be honest. Nothing in the hands of G2. Michael Eddy does manage to get 1, but probably going to be about it for this one. Finished off by Device, all done and dusted there. 13-5. Now is the time that G2 have to start getting rounds, and they need to put a lot on the board in quick succession. Yeah,
the problem is after that force buy in the second round means they're going to be on a weakened buy here. They've got no diffuse kits, no orbs, no incendiaries, just smokes and rifles to play with here. So a huge round going forward. If they lose this one, the money's obliterated again, and their touching distance have been coming out of the tournament. They're actually going to be forcing the issue, pushing up towards middle. This is a good call from them, considering the buy they have.
Let's see how this works out for them. Wow, Dupree there, risky knife in hand. Don't know how he's managed to live through that one, but he will live through it. The rest of the team, though, already pushing off towards that A-bomb site, and they've got the openings. They've got the first 2 frags. They've got the third. They're now just 2 men left here for G2 to defend, one of which was AZ. He's dealt with. They know Jacob's position now as well as he sprays down. And has to move back off towards his B site, so no chance for him to come back around. And you look how clean that round was for TSM. Only 1 man losing really significant health, and they're going to try and chase this M4 down. They've lost Zipex. They're going to lose Carrigan as well, making it more expensive, but they get rid of that M4 crucially and move up to 14 rounds.
It doesn't really matter how expensive it is at this stage, because they know if they just get that rifle off of G2, they've got literally nothing going to this round. They have to force buy. They've got scouts, FAMASs, CZs. This is a horrible situation to be in. 1 more round puts TSM on match point, and this time they have the AWP. We saw the aggressive play from G2 last round. What can they do this time to keep themselves alive here in the semi-finals?
Something special is what they need, that's for sure. A lot of rounds to come back with now. Let's Dupree opens the fragging onto AZ. Michael Eddy with that M4 could be the crucial man in this round. He has 0 armor to work with there, so while he's got that rifle, he's also very squishy in this scenario and go down quickly. They could do with Rain there, getting a surprise kill onto Zipex. That won't work out though, so nothing to be had there. They know that Fox is around here, and Device is going to just hop over the top of the wall, get an easy frag onto him. This should be a headshot as well for Dupree. Actually, Michael Eddy just backing off in the nick of time, but 1 by 1, G2 have fallen. And it's now Jacob, just the max 7. What can he do? Bomb ticking away.
Good luck, sir.
I really want to stay hopeful in this scenario, but quite honestly, there's not much to be hopeful for. As he does back off, but he's going to be pushed from all sides at this point. Dupree will come through connector, and that is 15 rounds. It's match point for TSM with 10 rounds to do it in as well.
Well, we thought this map was going to be much closer, Joe, but it seems like G2 looking down the barrel here of going out in this tournament this round. You can see Famases, CZ, and one M4. No real utility to speak of, and one kit. On the other side of the pitch, we've got TSM with a full buy coming in. Desperation players coming in, pushing underpass with 2 players. Need to find that first pick. What can they do with this?
Well, they might just get absolutely wrecked in the end. Exchange frag for frag. So, well, this is a decent little opening. Oh, Carrigan just switching away to the knife there. That could have been a shot off for him. But they've done well on the other side of the map. They've managed to hold on and then kill off 3 members of TSM so far. Carrigan and Zipex could still, in theory, turn this 4v2 around. They need to play this one by the book here, G2. No need to take risks. Let TSM come to them. They will peek out with AZ. Confident as ever. And his shot will get him a kill. With Carrigan now, 55 seconds left on the clock. Basically, at this point, to hold on to that AWP.
Yeah, there's not really much you can do. You can make the round expensive for them if you can find a couple of frags. He has got the bomb as well. Will be finding that first one. I actually fancy the chances a little bit more here. That's the retreat. Still has 40 seconds. Could go back to pit here, change up his position, find another pick. You know, the money's very low for these guys, but let's see what his next move is. Could decide to do... here we go. So he's going to try and smoke towards middle here. That's actually a really nice smoke going towards B. That's going to be a little bit nuts for them. They're going to be giving that call to smoke towards B, and he's going to be going back towards Palace. And you can see that's actually working. Look at the CTs peeling away now. AZ's thought better of it. He knows what he's doing, and there it is. That kill from Carrigan really makes this interesting now.
Well, what's he going to do? He went there for the plant. He's got another kill. He's got it in time here. The plant's going to go in time. Bomb planted for Carrigan. Can he pull off an absolutely insane round? It's Michael that's left. He's looking. He misses the shot. Oh, he's got away. No, he doesn't. So very close there for Carrigan. What a brilliant round that was coming in. And, well, there was no kit there for Michael either. He just needed to hold on. That one shot was all that round took. So close to a winning clutch from Carrigan. But G2 hold on somehow.
He did the same thing on Cash yesterday, in fact. He got us in a 4-on-1 situation, found all the kills. It's the final one. He can't seem to make these legendary clutches come to fruition. Amazing play from him, just showing how intelligent he is. That was a real masterclass and able to clinch it out there. That would have been a way to finish it in style, but G2 hold on for another one. As we go into round number 22, it's 15 plays 6.
Well, I'll take a few more of them if possible, please. Keep this game going. 15-6. There's a brilliant shot from Dupree. And number 2 as well. Brilliance from Dupree to carve an opening in the A-bomb site. They tried to hold on with Makalele, but just as quickly as that last round ended, this one is falling with Fox and Jacob now trying to stop TSM moving on into that grand final. There is Carrigan. He's going to go down, though. Well, they've also neutralized Fox, so 3 versus 1. It's not going to work out for them. It's Dupree to finish off, and it's TSM that pick up the 16-6 victory here in map number 3 on Mirage, and they'll go through to the Intel Extreme Masters San Jose Grand Final. I think we can safely say not the super tight third map that we were holding on for there, but some great moments nonetheless.
Oh, absolutely, really exciting series there. Like the bump in the road for TSM, obviously Cash getting into this today's first game of the day. Didn't really show up there, but then they got to overpass. The heavy hitters turned up. The team we expect to win go forward on that one is just a masterclass there on Mirage. Really exciting stuff there. I'd have loved it if Carrigan had finished it off in that sort of fashion. That was absolutely sensational there, but they had a really good CT half there. After losing the pistol, they came back in 10-5, looking real strong there. So congratulations to TSM. Never had a doubt in my mind after winning that first half. Let's see who they will be facing in the next semi-final and the next grand final. That's going to be interesting scenes in the next game.
Well, I think we can also say a well done to G2 as well at this point. I mean, they're coming in here with AZ, not had all that much time to really get themselves ready to obviously practice every single map to the depth that they'll be able to do this on, you know, later on. So to get this far, to push TSM as far as they've done, we can say well done to that as well.
Absolutely. So I think OJ is ready for us, an interview on the stage. So there we go. Take it away, OJ.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Henry, my man. I am indeed ready. Carrigan, you are looking like the team we know you are.
Well, we had a bad start on Cash, and they're a good Cash team, so we knew it was going to be hard on first map, but I was confident going into second and third map that we would have it in our back.
Now, I was talking to Anders, who's here as one of the analysts. You ready for some Danish?
Yeah. Okay, let's hear it.
Here we go. Fleckle idem.
Flickadem. Okay. Correct them, you said.
In Danish. What would you like to say in Danish to maybe some of your Danish fans who are watching on Twitch right now?
Tak for, at jeg support. Det er en fornøjelse at spille for jer alle sammen.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. I was talking to you before about being the favourite. You are the favourites, whatever you say. Through to the final. How are you feeling about that match later on?
It's going to be interesting. We're either going to face Navi or Liquid. And it will be interesting to play a final against Liquid too in front of the NA crowd, and it'll be a good hype. So I hope to face Liquid in the final.
Do you think you'll be facing Liquid in the final?
I think it's going to be a tough one because I don't know how good shape Navi is. But if Guardians are fire, you can never really stop them. So just a hope for the USA people here that Guardians not on fire tonight.
Well, if he was yesterday, he was so on fire, he was killing his own team, which was interesting. But put your hands together for a fabulous player, Carrigan, and TSM! And can I just apologise to any Danish people here or any Danish people watching? My Danish accent, I'm just a little rusty. So then, let's analyse that match. We'll head back over to Alex, the Machine Richardson.
Thanks very much, OJ. Carrigan he's setting his sights on Liquid then for the finals, as he says it's not going to be an easy task. We, however, have a match to discuss. As he said already, our Machine have got Maniac, Anders, and Semler to break this one down. And I think the first point that needs to be made is, Joe said it himself, it wasn't the third map that they were craving. I mean, TSM, they just exerted dominance on that one. Start with your Goost.
Yeah, we were speaking about the experience in these kinds of situations, closing out a best-of-3. It's a different beast from a best-of-1 scenario. And also, being in a semi-final best-of-3 match, you're deeper into the tournament. Yeah. TSM, we know now that they're capable of getting through those kinds of situations, and we just saw that right there on Mirage. Super clear, no doubt in our mind as to who was, the top-tier team in that match.
Can we also just really kind of extend a message to Carrigan and saying, stop being such a tease with these clutches. That's 2 now, where we are jumping up and down. I can feel goosebumps crawling on my skin. It just doesn't get that last point.
So I maintain a beard just so I can do this. And did someone not say that Carrigan was going to be pretty good on Mirage?
I don't know, who said that?
Someone did, I think.
What, because he nearly had a clutch?
Because he top fragged the game, carried them to victory.
Yeah, he ended that game with 23 frags, and he got 9 AWP frags. You said he was going to be holding, strong in middle, 9 AWP frags on CT side. It could be impressive.
It's not a bad way to start, certainly. It wasn't everything, though. I mean, that A-hold, though, from TSM is really hard to beat. And I know, Maniac, you were talking about this backstage as well. Do you think the best in the world or one of the best in the world?
Yeah, I definitely think that TSM have one of the, if not the best A-hold as CT on Mirage. Basically, when you play against them, you always have to count on minimum a double kill from the player holding the bomb side. Could it be in the shadow, under A-apps or bomb side, whatsoever. Double kill is always coming there. And they can play very defensive, or they can play with 2 people very aggressive, and like try and block the A apps and then focus on the slope. They have so many variations, and they are so good.
And surely, doesn't that just force opponents into this kind of horrible trap where they're like, well, they're scared of a site? And I mean, that's a nightmare for a team side.
Exactly. We were talking about TSM being good at dictating the pace. That's exactly what happened here. I mean, if you're G2, that was nice. If you're G2 and you're trying to go on A and you get crushed, what's your answer? You have 2 possibilities. You're trying to go on B, or you're going to take control of the middle to open the map. But then TSM, they just come aggressive on the middle. They will come with 1 short, 1 connector, 1 in CT house, waiting for you. They dictate the pace, really.
Truly. And that one kind of, I mean, any kind of closing thoughts on that matchup before we kind of just touch and dip our toe into the water of our second semi-final?
Just I'm excited to see what the future of G2 holds. I still think they've got a really solid lineup, and I want to see more from this team, a lot more.
Do we think, and is it worth discussing whether or not there is a need now with the absence of Dennis for like a 6th man, a leader to step in? Rain's already stated he's not comfortable doing it. Do you think that could be what the next stepping stone is? We'll start with you, Matthew.
I think it's not the first thing they should think about.
Okay.
Probably the concern from G2 right now would be to develop their map pool. We've been talking that they have a very limited map pool. Coming into TSM, you only can veto 1 map, and they can pick the map they want. They end up having Overpass, which is extremely great. And you can see the 3rd map being Mirage. TSM are in the comfort zone. Yeah. So we're just going to give them some time, build their map pool, and then we're going to see if they really need a coach or a designated game leader.
Damn, we got you're good at this. I feel like you've got a little bit of a talent. It's almost like you played the game professionally or something.
Crazy thought.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy thought.
I'm sitting there like, oh, he sounds good. He's making sense.
He's not a bot.
This guy's not bad. He's not bad. Okay, so closing thoughts then. Anything from you, August?
No, I mean, it's basically, I think it's been summed up by these two gentlemen. Really, don't be disheartened if you're a G2 fan. You can see the crazy potential that this team has. They're able, on a skill basis, they're able to go toe-to-toe with the best in the world and make them work for it. Now it's just going to be that comfort zone, finding that comfort zone themselves on these maps. And I again think, AZ, obviously there's a little bit of a language barrier there still. These sorts of things are just going to get ironed out with time. So we're looking at, a couple more tournaments this year, then quite a bit of an off period where you're going to be able to get some vacation in, relax a little bit, and then come back fresh into the game. I think that'll be ideal for G2 going into next year. They'll have that little bit of a break to really, pause and think about things rather than just grinding tournaments and online matches.
Yeah, I mean, 2 semi-final finishes isn't a bad start for G2. Let's be very clear about that. We do, however, just need to talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up next. It's going to be our second semi-final. We get to see what Liquid can do up against Na'Vi, and I'd love to know just a kind of an opener for that one, because there's a lot to discuss. I think the primary thing is going to be what form are Na'Vi in, and then the same question is, your main point you made about this right at the start in the pre-show was, Liquid could be riding a bit too much of a high coming into this. So let's, focus a bit more on Na'Vi before we do head to a break.
But the problem is if you're riding very high, if you're flying high in the sky against Na'Vi, there's this guy Guardian with a sniper rifle on the ground. He'll absolutely blow you out of the air. I think Carrigan had it right, though. Whether or not Guardian shows up really has a huge impact on how well anybody plays against Na'Vi, not just Liquid. It's going to get rough. And to answer that, they have Adren, and I think that's a bit of an unfair matchup, in my opinion, between Adren and Guardian. That's going to be tough.
I think, actually, August, you said yourself, you prefer him almost as a rifler than an AWPer. Or Adren.
Adren, right.
he's daydreaming about the
I got distracted because there was a sign out there. Somebody did like a Capra.
You want to get distracted?
Bob Ross Capra.
Yeah, I can distract you. Hang on.
How did you get that from Pasha?
Check this out.
What is
Dude,
that,
how did you
Alex?
get that from Pasha? That was
What are you doing to our desk?
Honestly, I found it on the desk. It's like, and do you want to know what's even cooler? You can reload it. You can genuinely reload this. I think you can. Yeah, I don't want to pop it.
It's gonna explode.
So maybe this should be like an additional prize. Like I'm thinking like.
This is no longer a family show.
Don't point at me.
Damn
Oh,
sure.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I pointed it away. Gun control.
To come back to your point though, real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I was just gonna.
You get a bit of
play
the
with
same
this.
feeling as we had with Fiflaurin back in the day with NIP, where somebody who's kind of put in that role. Unfortunately, he's the only guy who seems to want to go for the op if the team needs it, but he's not doing it because he wants to. He's doing it because the team needs it in certain situations. So that never works. That never really pans out. You need somebody who's going to just stick with the AWP, or you just go 5 rifles. But right, this kind of halfway territory that they're in right now. The guys you need to be watching though are still again Nitro and Elige. They're just monsters right now for Liquid. For me, they're the main reason why they're being competitive right now, is that those guys just keep going into bomb sites and wrecking people.
Quite simply put, Liquid versus Na'Vi, this is the heart against the reason. I mean, if I go stone cold, I'd say Na'Vi, experience, talent, Guardian, arguably one of the best players in the world right now. But because of the crowd and the whole hype they are, I have to cheer for Liquid, just to make the whole go crazy.
You fell into this trap before with Cloud9. Do I need to
It's okay,
remind you?
I reckon. There is no problem. I'm a heart man. I have feelings too.
He is a heart
and
man.
When there's hype, I just get caught. That's it.
All right, so we're riding the hype train here on the desk. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. But when we're back, it's going to be our second semi-final. It's going to be spectacular. The last North American hope battling for survival here in the Intel Extreme Masters San Jose. Do not go anywhere, and we'll see you after the break.